So this is my November 2024 update on the latest credit card news and special offers. There are a number of quite lucrative deals if you're looking to get a cashback type credit card right now, particularly all that spending as we go in November and December, that Christmas spending. You're spending more, makes it easier to achieve some of the targets that trigger those bonuses. So I'll take you through those. But I've also got some updates for you. It's quite an American Express heavy update, I should tell you that, but there are some other deals going on around Asda, John Lewis and HSBC that you might want to know about. But let's start off with the Amex news. And the first one is something which I've literally just found out. And this concerns Shop Small. Now, if you are a bit of a money geek like me, if you've been following me for a while, you all know about this deal because I've been telling you about it every year ever since I started the website back in 2014. It's one of my favorite perks that come with an Amex. Essentially, for a period in December, you would shop at local retailers, independent retailers, spend a little bit of money. It's varied over the years. It used to be £5, then £10, then £15, and you'd get a fiver back. And it was great because you're supporting those small shops, but also you're saving some money. And I would have shared over the years all different hacks to sort of increase the amount of money you can get from those, support more shops, save more money by using things like supplementary cards, having additional cards, all that kind of stuff. Big fan of it. But it has been getting worse over the last few years. And in fact, in 2023, the offer ran for just 3 days and it was limited to just 3 businesses. So the most you'd get was 15 quid. And if you were away that weekend, you'd miss it completely. So that was a big disappointment, but I was still expecting it to return and get news of it any day now of what it would look like in 2024. Because even if it wasn't as good as it used to be, if it was the same as last year, that's still 15 quid you can get on whether it's Christmas shopping or just everyday bits and pieces you're getting. So I just quickly knocked an email out earlier on to the American Express press office. Say, could they tell me what the dates were, what the terms are, even if it's under embargo? So just I had it ready and I could prepare to tell you guys all about it. And the reply I got said that sadly, this year there will not be a Shop Small promotion. They have axed it. Now, I've gone back to them just to double check this, and if things have changed, obviously I'll give you an update. But that looks like the end of Shop Small. Of course, it could return in another year, in another form, but sadly that is gone. Now, there is something in its place. Back in October, they announced a competition, and rather than that being an additional part of Shop Small, it looks like it has replaced it. If you want to take part in that, you can. The deadline to take part is the 7th of December. You can enter it 10 times. And this competition, basically, you nominate your favorite independent retailer. If you are one of 50 winners, you will get £1,000 credited to your card. Likewise, the shop that you nominated, if they are a winner, 10 of them will get a £10,000 grant. So what they're doing, obviously, is they're taking the money they had set aside for Shop Small and putting it that way. So 10 businesses get the cash rather than all of us customers getting little bits of money here or there. Again, if you want to take part in that, you absolutely can. But yeah, that's sad. It's a shame. It's something I always look forward to each year, even if it was diminishing slightly. So that's the first bit of Amex news. The other one is a bit of a special offer, but I'm including it in news rather than special deals because it doesn't actually start until January. But giving you the heads up. This is for anyone with the American Express Platinum credit card. And we will come back to that in a minute, okay? That card. But the American Express Platinum card, if you've got one or you're thinking of getting one, then you've probably keen to take advantage of some of the credit offers attached to the card. So not too dissimilar to Shop Small in a way, but with these ones, if you activate the offers, you get a set amount of money to spend. So you'd go and spend the cash at the participating business, and that money would be credited back to your account, or at least some of it would. The two of these currently running until the end of 2024. There's £150 to spend at selected UK restaurants. There are some kind of posher end ones, but the Ivy Brasserie is in there as well, which kind of covers a lot of the UK. And £50 to spend at Harvey Nicholls, which you might think, when do I shop at Harvey Nicholls? But, you can go online. I've done that in the past and bought, some cosmetics or perfume or whatever it might be. Things we'd be buying anyway, but getting that £50 credit applied to the account. So you can say both due to end at the end of 31st December 2024. They've both been extended. The £50 Harvey Nicholls offer will remain exactly the same. It's only been extended for 6 months. So you'll have another £50 to spend from between January and the end of June. You don't need to reactivate the offer in June. It will just carry on if you've already activated it. Whereas the dining credit is changing and you will need to reactivate it in January. So that will change from 150 quid to spend over a full 12 months in a calendar year to 100 quid every 6 months. So you have 100 quid to spend between January and June, and 100 quid to spend between July and December of 2025. So you'll have more money to spend overall, an extra 50 quid from the restaurant credit. But obviously, it'd be split over 2 visits, if not more, because it's cumulative. So you might spend a couple of times there to get up to that £100. It doesn't have to be spent in one go. So all in, between now, let's say you're a new card holder or haven't taken advantage of the offers before, and you keep it and you take advantage of these deals over the next 12 months, that's worth 450 quid, which is pretty good, right? Again, have talked about this in more detail in an article on the website if you do want to read more about it. There is also something you might be saying, what about the overseas dining credit? That works the same as the UK one, so £150 to spend in 2024. And from 2025 onwards, that will also be £100 between January and June, £100 between July and December. Personally, though, I think it's very, very difficult for people to redeem that. There are very, very few cities with participating restaurants. And even big name cities you might think of, like San Francisco, they're not in there. So yeah, definitely if you have the card, have a look and see if you can take advantage of it if you're going to those places. But I don't generally include it in my kind of tally of what you'll make from it because it's going to be much, much harder to redeem. Right, let's get on to the welcome offers. Let's have a break from American Express for a second, and I'll take you through the other deals that you might want to look at this month. The first one is a stack, 2 different promotions for an HSBC 0% purchase card. The Purchase Plus is the actual name of the credit card. Now this one, if you apply for it successfully via Quidco, the cashback site Quidco, you'll get £35 cash back. And then HSBC themselves will give you another £25 when you spend £100 on the card. Now, the HSBC side of this offer ends on the 16th of December. The Quidco one seems to be continuously running, but obviously with all these offers, when we talk about this stuff, do double check the promotion is visible to you on the page when you are applying at both ends. So potentially that one, not a bad one for Christmas spending if you've got increased spending coming up, because you'll get that 60 quid cash back combined, plus you'll have 0% purchase for anything big that you're spending over the next few months. Just remember, of course, you do have to pay the minimum on that card every single month to avoid any interest on it. Even if it's 0% purchase, you do have to keep it at that minimum paid every single month. There is also an increased welcome offer from Asda Money for their credit card. This one is 5% cash back on Asda spending up to 50 quid. The offer for this one, this ends for applicants on the 6th of January. So that's not a bad offer. There was a 10% offer that ran at one point this year. You never know, it could come back next year. But if not, I say £30-50 total from this is not a bad bet if you do shop at Asda regularly. John Lewis also have a deal that's running to the 6th of January for their credit card. New card holders who spend 250 quid in the first 45 days will get a £40 John Lewis voucher. And obviously with both of those cards, the Asda credit card and the John Lewis credit card, you'll also earn money back on your spending in those stores anyway. For John Lewis and Waitrose, it's 1.25%, so I think it is worth it if you're regularly shopping at Waitrose. For the Asda Money one, it's gone down recently for new applicants, so I think 0.7%, so you're better off using a different card which gives you 1%. So really that one, Asda one, just for the welcome offer. John Lewis could be good for ongoing spending in John Lewis and Waitrose. And before we do get on to the big offers, quickly on Amazon, the deal hasn't changed for them at the time of recording this. The Amazon Barclay card, it's a £20 welcome bonus, or if you previously had the card, the previous iteration of it, it's a £50 bonus. Now that might not change, but I'm just giving you a heads up because obviously Black Friday is around the corner, and the previous type of Amazon credit card, when Black Friday came around, those welcome offers always increased. Now, different card provider this time, no reason why they will do it again, but certainly worth having to think about that and just waiting to see if that's going to come along. But also don't forget, one of the features of this card is increased cashback on Black Friday. So again, if you are likely to spend a lot of money on Amazon, I'm not saying you should do that. I think it's better to shop around and see what other prices are out there. But if you are, again, it could be a good time to get that extra cash back. So a couple of things to think of, bear in mind there with that particular card. Okay, on to the 2 big deals, which are from American Express, 2 big boosted welcome deals. I'll start with the one which is probably the most accessible to people. This is the American Express Preferred Rewards Gold credit card. Always a bit of a mouthful, that name. But this one has increased the standard welcome offer in terms of Amex points from 20,000 to 30,000 points. Now, to trigger this bonus, you have to spend £3,000 in the first 3 months. Spend a penny less and you will not get the offer. So you must be confident that you can spend £3,000 in 3 months to trigger that bonus. Now, when you spend that £3,000, you'll also get a point for every pound that you spend. So this is basically a total of 33,000 points that you're going to be getting. Now, if you convert those points into a gift card at a number of different retailers, or even into Nectar points if you wanted to, that's worth 165 quid, which is pretty good. And go via a cashback site. In this one, particularly go via Quidco, there's an extra 70 quid available. So this can be worth £235. This is the highest offer I've seen on this particular card for a decent chunk of time. Now, it's important to say with this card, it is free in the first year, but after the first year, it charges you £195 a year. So this is really a card that you only want for 12 months. Ongoing spending is not too bad when it comes to cashback. You might get close-ish to 1%, so not the top of the table, but not a bad one for ongoing spending. You'll also get up to £10 off Deliveroo every single month and 4 airport lounge passes as little extra perks. So that's certainly one to think about. To be eligible for this one, though, you cannot have had an American Express card in your name in the last 2 years. If any card that you have had in the last 2 years, it will rule you out of getting this. And when we get on to the next card in a moment, I'll explain why I often don't think this is the best first card for people, because there are some other cards which, if you have them, you are eligible for welcome bonuses elsewhere. But they aren't boosted right now, those other offers. So this is a good chance to get a decent amount of cash within, as soon as you trigger that money. So that could come to you in sort of January, February time, those extra points, and you can spend them straight away. Now, the other offer, and I said I'd come back to it, the American Express Platinum credit card. This boosted offer could be really lucrative, not just because of the promotion that's going on right now, but also those dining and Harvey Nicholls credits that I mentioned just before. They're just part of things. You add it all together, plus free travel insurance can make this one, a huge amount of savings you get from this. But you've also got to take into account this one comes with a massive £650 fee from day one. You pay it up front. It's not spread out over there. You've got to be able to upfront that cash, and a massive spending threshold to trigger the bonus. So this isn't going to be for everyone, but if you are eligible for it and you are able to achieve those things, I think it's definitely worth a look. So first of all, let's talk about eligibility, because this is one of the cards that I just referred to. What I'm saying, there are some American Express cards that you can get even if you've had an American Express in your name in the last 2 years. It breaks that rule. This and the BA Premium Plus are the two cards that break the rule. Now, it's not any Amex card in your wallet right now. It doesn't matter. There are some cards, if you do have them or have had them in the last 2 years, will rule you out of this increased promotion. They are the gold card, which is why I was saying maybe don't go for that one if you think you might want to take advantage of the other offer later on. The reward card and the platinum card itself. So if you have had any of those 3 cards in your name in the last 2 years, sadly you can't get the welcome bonus. But any other Amex, so the cashback cards, the Nectar card, then you are good to go. So what is the offer itself? So this is an increased bonus of 80,000 Amex reward points, which are worth £400 if you swap them into the gift cards. Obviously, with these points, you can swatch them into Avios and other sort of airline and hotel points if you want to, but I like to focus on the actual pounds and pence values. So that's worth £400. And this is the crazy bit. You need to spend £10,000 in the first 6 months. That is a lot of money, obviously, to most people, 10 grand in 6 months. Bizarrely, it's actually more achievable than the normal offer, which is 6 grand in 3 months. So again, think about your spending going on, because if you spend a penny less than that 10 grand in the 6 months, you won't get any of that welcome bonus at all. So really important that you are confident you can do it and you do not overspend, buy things anyway, just to trigger the bonuses, because it's not really worth it for that point of view. You can increase this as well. So if you get a refer a friend offer, then it goes up to 100,000 points. So that'd be worth in total £500. So you get an extra 100 quid on there. Or alternatively, you can go via a refer a friend. So go via a cashback site, and particularly here, go via Top Cashback. Now do check Quidco just in case the rates have changed. That's also worth £100. So you've got a choice. Do you go via refer a friend link if you can get it, and your friend will obviously get a cut as well then, or via a cashback site? Again, you are going to end up with the same amount pretty much overall there. And of course, you're spending 10 grand in 6 months. That's another 10,000 points. So combine all those bits together. This is worth 550 quid as a new card holder. And that goes a long way, not all the way, but a long way to that £650 annual fee. So you're still down £100. But remember, you get that free family worldwide travel insurance, and that could easily be worth at least £100, if not more. as long as you are going abroad and have a family. If you're just one person, you're going just for a weekend in, I don't know, Spain, well, then it's not going to cost you £100 for travel insurance. But if you are going to take advantage of it, that's good. And that £450 of credit that we just spoke about from restaurants and Harvey Nicks between this year and next year. Plus, you get airport lounge access as well. And there are a few other perks as well. So all in, if you can go for it, I think this is a really good one to look at. But for a lot of people, be really, really wary of that 10 grand in 6 months and that £650 annual fee. Because if you don't trigger the bonus and you don't take advantage of all those different perks, then it is not the right card for you. And really important thing, of course, with this card and every card that I've spoken about, this is true for whenever we talk about credit cards, when you're applying, do make sure you do that eligibility check first of all. Now you can do it directly on the Amex website for the Amex cards if you wish, or overall do it on a comparison site just to be sure that you are able, give a good chance of being accepted. Okay, really, really important that you remember that. Now we've got more information about all of these credit card deals and any more that come along over at becleverwithyourcash.com. So make sure you do head over there to find out more. Plus, there's loads more videos right here to help you make the most of your money.